going to say. And then we just, just go.
We're not socially distancing correctly, though.
It's fine. Anyways, all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Record Revenue. Paul. I don't know what I was thinking in that intro of that video, but I'll just give you the intro here. Welcome back to the Rucker Reserve. In this video, I'll just be basically having a little interview with my grandmother, who is a baby boomer, and me, who is at the beginning of Gen Z, born in 1997. So yeah, I just wanted to clear up that little discrepancy, because as I was sitting here editing the video, I was just, I sound like an idiot. But welcome back to the Record Reserve. I have a special guest here with me today. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Nancy, and I'm also known as Grams.
Yeah, this is my grandma here, and so today I wanted to make this video to hopefully be able to gain some, financial insight on my grandma. She has some, years behind her belt. So, so I guess just tell the people, I guess, a little bit about yourself and like your background,
Well, I'm a baby boomer. I'm over 70, retired, and had one daughter, so I have Andre as a grandson. And I'm enjoying retirement because we paid off everything and just settled down.
That's good. So you paid off everything. How did you, how did you get to that point in life that you wanted to say, I wanted to retire and, have everything paid off, I guess?
Well, I lived a lot of years with credit cards and working, and as I got close to 65, I started doing the budget and realized that if I wanted to enjoy retirement, I better get rid of all those bills.
Yeah, I guess that's like a big thing with like my generation today, is that like we don't really focus on saving as much. We're more on like traveling and just having experiences. Like, do you think that's like has a negative impact on like our generation as a whole, or do you feel like maybe that's an important aspect, as long as we at some point in our life we feel like we take that step forward to begin saving for retirement?
Well, like I've always told you, the minute you can start saving for retirement, when you first get a job and a career, do so.
Like with the 401k or something along the line, like whatever the
Don't
company
live
has.
beyond your means.
Right.
I envy you guys doing your experiences, because I didn't do that. And of course now, other than the fact that we've got the travel trailer, that's about the big experiences for us.
Yeah. Because I remember you used to always say don't live above your means, and to always, if you have a place to stay, you just, the mortgage or rent shouldn't be more than what you make in a week.
Right.
That was one of your key. You learned that from your.
My dad and his generation before him too, I'm sure. Especially since he was a Depression child.
Yeah. What did he teach you anything about that, or like how those times were back then?
Well, he was fortunate. He went to school in Tennessee and then went back up north because he was originally from New York. But he definitely didn't live beyond his means. He paid his room and board, and sent money home to his parents every week.
So he lived pretty frugal, as you do now. So
yes, indeed. I lead a pretty simple life.
And I guess I've seen some people our generation, like, Justin, that's one of my friends. He's a pretty simple person. He doesn't really care about the lavishes of life or anything. So
yeah.
I guess at some point it's just it's a mindset and a mature aspect. And like once you reach a certain point in life, like the materialistic things that my generation and like the millennials, I guess, care so much about, at some point I feel like that diminishes a little bit. Did you experience that at all? Like when you were younger, I'm sure you wanted, more lavish things than as of now. Or...
Yeah, like I said, we had credit cards like everybody else did, and we went to, Florida and these kind of things, and took everybody to football games and all that kind of thing. But I've always lived by create your own happiness, and you don't have to do that with a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to go every week out to dinner and all that kind of thing. I just don't have to do that.
Yeah, I would read a lot of things, and it would say, like, people think that money brings more happiness, but in reality, you create your own happiness. You can have as much money in the world as you can, but if you weren't happy before, like, I feel like it would maybe even cause you more stress just because you're having to manage more things at that point.
Well, you mentioned to me that you went to Percy Warner Park last week and just enjoyed the sunshine and the weather, and you probably had just as good a time as if you'd gone out for another dinner and movie.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Social distancing, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, I guess, do you have any, I guess, advice for people our age? Because like I was mentioning before, we're kind of more just not really focused on saving as much money as, you know, experiences and like being able to spend time with like friends and stuff. 'Cause I guess we've realized, I guess the more of like how we get, like we have that mindset about life is that we've seen our parents like work nonstop, so we're like, you know, before we get to their age, like we need to experience as much as possible, because once we get there, like we're afraid that we won't be able to do things. So I guess that's where like our mindset is, that like we need to just like not really focus on saving, but get these experiences out of the way before we actually have to like sit down.
I think you need to pace yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all these experiences at one time. And when you get to my age, it's not like you're putting me in the grave.
Right.
I can have experiences now too. I choose to be here and enjoying all of you and leading a simple life. I recommend saving, and it's going to be some hard, difficult times soon and now, and it's going to grow. It's not going to just go away. So you need to make sure you don't overspend and overextend yourself.
All right. Any other advice you could give us? Maybe was there like a turning point in your life, or like not really a turning point, I guess, but a aspect in your life that really helped you like get ahead financially?
I can't pinpoint one thing. You know, my life went along. I've always been steady and work and that kind of thing. And you see that and you think, oh God, she's boring. But it paid off. I paced myself. I didn't live in lavish homes. I paid them off. We moved here because our home was already paid for. And so that way it helped even more for us to be completely debt-free when we retired. And that has been very important.
I know you try to drill into me all the time about like saving and saving, investing, and just try to never live below your means, and like you always need that, you know, emergency fund just in case, you know, at times of like now where you might not have a job but you need the income or the funds to be able to still sustain your life.
Technically 6 months is what you need to be put in.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. 3 to 6 months is good.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you should have like another savings, because like you should really have two, that 3 to 6 month savings, and then just your regular savings account. That's what I've been seeing a lot of now. But yeah, like I was saying, you would just, you know, always drill things into me, and you know, I'm like, oh, I'm young, you know, whatever, blah blah blah. But even now, I'm starting to see like, you know, I do need to start saving for, you know, things later in life, like a house or you know, other investments, or like if I want to start a career, you know, doing real estate or something like that, I'm gonna have to save for a home or anything like that. So
well, you're single. It sounds great. You can just get up and go, but save now, because when you do have a family, it gets really tight.
Yeah. But yep, so I'm glad we were able to pick your brain a little bit today on some of the you know, backstory, and like be able to see some I guess some financial insight of a baby boomer and see what she thinks. Any other insight?
There's a lot of us.
Yeah, yeah, there is. Any other like insight you want to give on us or give to like people our generation or even millennials? I feel like you and millennials are always like butting heads all over the media or anything. I don't really think there's one thing. I think it's just a generational gap there. But
other than not living beyond your means, you know, live below. Don't let other people tell you what you need to. And it goes back to living up to the people the next door. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Know what you need to do.
Right.
And I've always mentioned to you, and I don't know if you've read it or not, The Millionaire Next Door is a really good book to read.
Oh yeah, and if you read that out there, you should definitely read The Millionaire Next Door. She's maybe read that, I don't know, some years ago, wasn't it? I still have it, but
well, you can look at it.
Yeah, remind myself. And what was that other book that that Matt was saying to read?
The execution, the four disciplines
of execution, right? Yeah, the 4 disciplines of execution. I don't remember who the author was, but
there's a couple of people on there.
But yeah, that's a book about just basically like having goals and staying, like being stuck on the right path to achieve your goals. That's pretty much what it's about, right?
And
like how to execute them.
You can do small goals, which will then not be you won't build a mountain out of a molehill. You'll just get over them and get them all done and achieve those things. Yeah.
Well, all right. Thank you, Grandma.
I love it.
Love you too.
Uh-oh. So much for social distancing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you come back for the next one. I actually enjoy doing interviews and be able to get inside of different generations. I feel like it might be not only interesting to me, but interesting to other people as well. So please like and subscribe the video and share if you can. Thank you.